I think the value of writing a book isn't just in selling it, it's in giving it away. And I put together 8 groups or types of people that I think you should give your book to for free because it will unlock a lot of value for yourself. So the first one is potential clients. Anyone considering hiring you should get a copy of your book. If it resonates, they'll be more likely to hire you and pay you more. If it doesn't, they won't hire you and you'll have avoided a potentially bad fit client. The second group of people that you should give your book away to for free are previous clients. So, previous or existing clients. Not only is this a nice thing to do, but the people you've helped before are likely to know others you'd be able to help too. When you give them the book, send them multiple books, at least 2, and invite them to gift the other books to someone they know who will find it helpful. This is like a testimonial on steroids. You give someone multiple books, they are going to give it to someone else. And the chances are your best clients or previous successful clients are going to be able to find people that are a perfect fit for you better than you ever could. So give them, again, at least 2 books and say, here, give this to someone else that you think would find it helpful. Basically, they're doing lead generation for you. The third group of people that you should give free books to are thought leaders with an audience that you want to reach. The best way to grow your audience is to borrow other people's audiences. So find someone who has a following that's likely to find your book valuable and do whatever you can to get it in their hands. An important note here, a audience or a following doesn't mean that they have a million followers or a huge email list or whatever, right? Someone that has a 20-person email list, if the 20 people on that list are perfect for who you want to reach, is super valuable. So don't get caught up in, I have to go to people that have these huge audiences. Someone that has a small LinkedIn following, but you know that the people that follow them are the exact people your book is designed to help. Hey, can I give you books to give away to your people? If I give it to you and you read it and you like it, will you talk about it? Any of that kind of stuff. And even if you don't ask, just give it to them and see what happens, right? I've had people give me books that I read and then months later I go, oh, you know what? I was reading this in this book and it's pretty good and you should check it out. The fourth group of people to give books to for free would be podcast hosts. You can pitch yourself to appear on relevant shows or just send the host a copy of the book because you think they'll find it valuable. If they do, they're going to want to have you on the show, right? So you can pitch yourself and say, hey, here's the book. Or you can just go, you talk about X. I wrote a book. I feel like you'd find it interesting. Here you go. If they read it and they like it, they're going to reach out and go, oh, I got to have that guy on the show. Related to that a little bit is journalists. I think you should give free books to journalists, but not just book reviewers. If you write a book about HR executives, for example, go find a journalist who covers the HR industry and send them the book. So this can do 2 things. Number one is it might get you coverage of the book. They might want to interview you and talk about it, but it also puts you on their radar as an expert that they might want to reach out to for quotes in future articles. So really helpful to, again, not just book journalists, not just book reviewers, but journalists who cover the space that your book speaks to. The sixth group of people that it's worth sending free books to are professors or teachers, really anyone who has the attention of a group of people who want to learn the thing that your book is about. They just might spread the word to their students or invite you to speak to them, right? It's very easy for them to go in class, say, hey, I read this great book. I recommend you guys check it out. And who knows, maybe they even assign it to them and force them to buy your book. Speaking of which, coaches and consultants are the seventh group of people worth giving free books to. The ones who work in your area of expertise, because you know what they have? They have conversations with your ideal audience every single day. I personally am always recommending books to clients that I've read. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does so.
Mm.
So maybe they'd recommend yours. If there's a coach out there who works with your ideal client, hey, here's my book. Thought you might like it. Thought you might find some stuff helpful. Maybe they wind up talking to their people about it, etc. Maybe they wind up mentioning it in a course that they do. Again, I find myself referencing books all the time. And then the last group of people that it's worth sending free copies of your book to would be everyone that you mention in the book. Because you know who wants your book to be a hit almost as much as you do? The people that you wrote about and made look good. I wouldn't do this if you're writing about someone as a failure case study or they're a disaster. You probably don't want to send it to them. But assuming that there's people that you've referenced either as examples or things that you've learned from, or for example, maybe it's someone that you reference something they wrote in their book. Send them a book
I do
and
that
say,
again and again. Yeah. So,
yeah, exactly. So if you go through and you go, who's everyone that I mentioned in this book? There's probably a decent sized list of people, companies, organizations, whatever. Send them all a book. Hey, wanted to let you know I referenced you. You're on page 26 and whatever. Again, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to spread the word to others and identify all those people. And that's really what this list is: clients, people you've mentioned in the book, like other people that you have relationships with. Give them the book for free. It costs you basically nothing. And a certain percentage of those people are going to wind up spreading the word.